Now let's talk about you've been here in Italy for like more than 3 years
Yes,
at
please.
this point. What can you say are some of the things that you love about being in Italy? Like it's been a couple of years. What do you love about being in Italy? You share yours, I share mine.
I love the food,
Okay. Okay.
and
What about the food you love?
I love the Italian cuisine.
Italian cuisines are one of the best in the
Yeah,
world. Like
for real.
seriously. Seriously.
And I personally
Okay.
have lived across all the major parts of Italy
Okay.
geographically.
Uh-huh.
I first settled at the south,
Okay.
Sicily.
Mm-hmm.
Then I
Mm-hmm.
schooled within central Italy,
Uh-huh.
that is Casino, Rome.
Mm-hmm.
Then I've lived at the northern part of Italy for close to 2.5 years now.
Okay.
So apparently I have all the you know what I'm trying to say,
Yeah,
like all the
like
experiences
experience
in
of all
Italy,
of
like,
those, yes. Yeah.
and I would just divide the experiences.
Mm-hmm.
In the south, obviously I love the food as well.
Mm-hmm.
The people there are more friendly,
Mm-hmm.
and life there was more social. To be
Okay.
very fair,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
life there was more social, and I really love it at the south. I really love it at the south. Central Italy is a mixture of cultures.
Okay.
It's a mixture of cultures.
Central.
Especially Rome has like variety of international people.
Mm-hmm.
So within Central Italy, especially in Rome, it was more mixed, and I felt the international sensation
Uh-huh.
within
Yeah, yeah,
Italy.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I really love it there as well.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, at the northern
Northern
part,
part. Mm-hmm.
people are more busy. Let me put it that way.
That's true.
So you don't get that kind of friendly vibe as
Yeah.
you get within central and south, most specifically. And also here is the financial hub of Italy.
Mm-hmm.
So there are more job opportunities to get if you are willing to work. Like, you definitely get something
Get
if you are
something.
willing to do something. Yeah. So, that is my experiences in Italy as of now. And,
Mm.
I love it because Italy has given me more exposure than I thought I could get,
Mm-hmm.
irrespective of language barrier, because I don't really speak the language, but I think so far so good, honestly. So far so good.
Okay. Okay. So aside from the food, like I love the food as well. Let's talk about Italian weather. I don't know if you've been to other places, like outside of Italy, but
Right.
then what do you think about the Italian weather? Because
Right. Italy has a friendly weather,
hmm
and it's not too much cold in
okay,
some part of Italy, especially in the likes of the southern part up
hmm
to the central part. It's not
hmm
really cold,
hmm
so it's more flexible from people coming from Africa, I might say. And also in general, Italy has a friendly weather.
okay,
Yeah, friendly weather. We have the best of summer,
okay,
the best of spring, and winter is pretty much okay because it's not too much cold. So I think it's a good thing.
okay. For me, I think Italy has one of the best weathers. Okay,
Yeah.
it's not the summer is good. You're going to have good weather, and then like during the winters, it's not so out. At the beginning it was a bit difficult for me, but then at this point, I think yeah, with time you get used to it, but then it's not really that bad. So the summers are good, and then the winters are also fairly like just like our weather back at
So
home.
far, so good.
Yeah, yeah. So now let's talk about safety, because one of the most important things, like if you're moving to study anywhere, to work, or just to permanently move to any other country,
Yeah.
is that of safety. So do you think Italy is one of the safest countries in the world or in the EU?
All right. I don't know the global index for Italy's safety, but to be fair, I think Italy is one of the safest places to be, honestly,
Mhm.
because going out at night is not much of a burden to think of, like
Mhm.
if there's something going to happen to me. And I think it's a fair clause when you're talking about safety.
Mhm.
Although there are social vices everywhere,
Yeah,
obviously, and
yeah.
the bigger the city, the bigger the social vices. So
Yeah.
it depends on where you are based in Italy. But I think so far is okay. I've been on the streets of Rome throughout the night, and I mean I was careful, but it was actually accommodating. So in regards to safety in Italy, is the best.
Is the
And
best.
also police patrol during the night, daytime. So it's also convenient to, I mean, to say that Italy is safe because
So
whenever you need help, like quickly you can, I mean, lay your
yeah,
hands on any security personnel or a patrol team. So it's good.
it's good. Okay. Yeah, because for me too, like as a woman, as a black lady, it's one of the important things is actually to find myself somewhere that is actually very safe.
Safe.
Because for us people of color, it's easy for you to go somewhere and be looked at through suspicious eyes. But then as a lady to kind of like find myself in a space where it's I feel safe. I'm able to go out at night, and then if I do, I've had experiences where, people are trying to creep into my space, and then you're always going to get someone who's like someone who's like, yeah, are you okay? Are you fine? And there have been instances where even the police officials were just there, they're like, ma'am, are you okay? Do you know this person? And that felt like, good because comparing being at night, out at night here in Italy to that of Ghana, I'm going to say in Accra, I will be so scared someone can, just rob me,
Yeah,
yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
that's true.
But then to kind of like realize that I'm out here, I can work at night. And then the cool thing about it too is you can leave your stuff, probably you forget it somewhere. And then if when you come back and you don't find it, there's a possibility that you can probably it can be at the post office if someone can pick it up and leave it there.
Yeah.
And then they can call and get in touch with you, or it will be left at the nearest police station, which I think is pretty like cool considering where we are coming from. Like
Yeah, I mean that's true. Like in regards to what you just said, I would
yeah,
like to like I mean applaud the Ghana airport services at Kotoka. Like immediately I got to Ghana about 5 months ago, I left my jacket on the trolley and I got it back. Like it was well placed with my name and everything. I went to the office and I mean that was a very nice service and I felt like yeah, there is a great change down here. So
yeah,
so that was a good thing. So
yeah.
big ups like KIA.
It's true. Okay, that's one other thing. And then now let us talk about job opportunities here. And then before that, let's talk about a little bit about racism. Have you experienced any form of racism out here in Italy?
This is a sensitive topic
I
to be
know,
fair.
I know, I know,
And
but then we need to
for
talk
me
about it.
personally,
Mhm.
I've not faced any act of I mean of
That's
racism
true.
because like I always say that many things of human nature in the
Okay.
sense that I've seen people abusing their kind here in
Okay.
Italy,
Mm-hmm.
and most often maybe it's because of my mentality because respective of color we have human nature,
Mm-hmm.
and there are some people they are not being like I mean they are not being nice to you not just because of your skin color, but
Mm-hmm.
that is how they are in
They are
nature,
okay.
even towards their own people.
Mm-hmm.
They act in that mannerism,
Okay.
you know but I've not really faced like an extreme I mean act of
Absolutely.
racism, to be
Yeah.
very fair.
Yeah.
And also, I've asked around, and it looks like there is a stereotype on Italy's name, to be very honest, because many people outside the EU or outside Italy feels like Italy is the most racist, like European country. But honestly, it's very, I mean, opposite to it. To be fair,
Okay.
per how the stereotype is being sold outside. When you enter, you know that most people are like, I mean, fairly friendly. You
Okay.
see,
Yeah.
and if you are good to someone, they retaliate the goodness. So in terms of racism, I don't really have like
You
much to
personally,
say.
you've
I
not
personally haven't faced like
faced.
an extreme act of like racism. I think this is just minor human nature that they express
Stuff.
even towards their own. So I mean, I
Okay.
won't really classify those things as
As
racism.
racism. Okay.
Yeah,
So if you're coming out here and then you're kind of like worried, are the people racist and all of that? I personally believe it depends on where you live at. Okay,
for
because I've
sure.
had people
For
who are
real.
living in Milan and like, oh, sometimes I do have like subtle racist stuff. Okay, but then at the end of the day, for me too personally, I've not had anything like to the extreme.
Yeah.
I've met with black people
Mm.
that have, treated me, you understand?
Yeah.
And then I've met with white people that are actually warm. So I basically believe it depends on where you find yourself
It's a
and the
human nature,
experience.
honestly.
Yeah, and the experience. But then generally, this is kind of like a cool place to be. And then the racism is not that much extreme. Let's talk about job opportunities.
All right. With job opportunities,
Mm-hmm.
the opportunities you like. I had an interview and I said the opportunity is yourself. To be fair,
Mm-hmm.
Italy is struggling economically for years, and it's so obvious on the internet. People who follow the world economy will know that Italy is facing some economical crisis for
Yeah.
about some
Yes,
years now.
now. Yeah.
Yes, and unemployment rate is fairly high
Mm-hmm.
in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
So in general, job opportunities are a bit tough
Mm-hmm.
here.
Mm-hmm.
For an incoming student, I always say the end goal and the purpose of your traveling is to study.
Study.
Acquiring knowledge doesn't mean the knowledge acquired should be used at the exact point where you acquire the knowledge. You
Exactly.
can use your knowledge elsewhere.
Uh-huh.
So entering to the EU or coming to Italy gives you a wider opportunity to use the acquired knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
right? Most of our universities have, relationship with other universities outside. We
Mm-hmm.
have business opportunities with other companies outside the EU.
Mm-hmm.
So coming to Italy, first of all, the bigger picture is I
Mm-hmm.
have opportunity to enter the European market irrespective of the Italian university you are in. So in talks of job opportunities during school and after school, there is much difference into it.
Mm-hmm.
During school, it might be hard to be
Yeah.
very honest with you because language barrier will prevent you from getting something to do during your study. But after school opportunity is the big fish,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you
Yeah.
need to, spread up your nets wide to catch something better.
That's
And
yeah.
schooling in the EU
Mm-hmm.
gives you opportunity to access the Schengen countries whom are not even part of of the EU,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So coming to Italy, you should look at the bigger picture to be fair.
Have
For sure.
you seen students that have kind of like gotten opportunities elsewhere?
Yeah, for sure. I have friends who are in Slovenia now.
Mm-hmm.
Some are in Germany working, and they are doing like, I mean, uh, yeah, a fairly good
Good,
job.
good.
So if you are coming down to study here in Italy,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, the bigger picture, as I said,
Mm-hmm.
should be entering into the EU market
Mm-hmm.
and having many opportunities at your
Yes.
disposal.
Okay.
If you want to stay here and
Mm-hmm.
work on the language skill as soon as you enter. That will give you like the maximum opportunity to
Opportunity.
integrate into the society and have the best that this economy can offer
Offer
for
for
you.
you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So on the basic level, do you think anyone that kind of like don't know any bit of Italian can really survive out here as a student
Mm.
and then even getting student jobs or after uni? I don't
Well, if you go to Rome, you do what the Romans do. They
exactly
always say, right? And
exactly.
Rome is right here in Italy, so you need to follow the Roman principles. Fair enough. Listen, guys, when you enter, irrespective of the language or your proficiency in the Italian language, you might still get opportunity. See, in my life, I don't rule anything out.
Okay.
I might not be fortunate, you might be fortunate, listeners.
Exactly.
So the best thing is try to get the bigger picture, I always say,
Mm-hmm.
right? So now let's look at it from this angle. You might enter into a place whereby you would like to work,
Mm-hmm.
but you might not be able to interact with the people there,
People.
right?
Yeah.
That would be like a blockade for you to, get opportunity. Some people can also get opportunity, and fair enough, you might get people who communicate in English, and
Mm-hmm.
it will not be much
A bit.
difficult.
Yeah.
Some jobs, some menial jobs don't need language skills.
Uh-huh.
So if you are fortunate to lay your hands on
On
such
that.
one,
Mm-hmm.
then you're good to go.
Good to go.
But at the end of the day, it's not in abundance
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
relatively comparing to
To
other
other.
countries
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That's
just
true.
because of the language barrier,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to take learning Italian serious. At least
Yes.
basic
Yeah. I mean,
expressions.
like for real.
Yeah, it's
For
very,
real.
very
Like,
important. So if you want to work and you want to kind of like live here in Italy after studies, you have to kind of like learn the language. Because even if you want to migrate from here to Germany, you still have to learn the German language.
exactly.
At the end of the day,
That's
yeah.
one of the biggest issue in the EU, like the language
That is
barrier.
that's actually true. So what finally what are your final words to students, incoming students, people moving to Italy? What would you like to say to them?
All right, guys, Italy is one of the best countries in the world, I must admit. You guys are fortunate
Mm-hmm.
to have the opportunities to study in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, Italy gives one of the best opportunity to international students.
Mm-hmm.
Most countries don't offer that.
Mm-hmm.
It's for either a home student or a student coming from the EU. But
Yeah.
Italy gives scholarship opportunities to everyone.
Everybody.
As I stated earlier, EU student, EU assimilated, and extra EU student.
Yes.
All of us have equal opportunities when it
Yes,
comes to
that's true.
scholarships, when it comes to like bonuses that are being given to
Yes.
students. So let's grab this opportunity. Good luck to you guys. Work on your documents, check if everything is all right, proceed, follow the steps, and I wish you good luck. That you're
Mm-hmm.
able to attain your visa. Join us soon. And I mean, we will have like a wonderful time right here.
Time. Yeah.
My final part to the Ghanaian students is we need you guys to come in so that you can be part of the news. Then, like, I mean, uphold it so that we have a good student front. If we had a good student front years ago, we wouldn't have been here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe by now, students would have been struggling
Mm-hmm.
getting visa because there would have been a fight on behalf of the students.
Yeah.
But I mean, in our local they say the one din the omundi but the aka ne the yebebo ho ban. So guys, let's all work together and we have a better future for ourselves and for Ghanaians as
For
well,
Ghanaians as well.
for country.
So guys, that is it. That is it for this video. Finally, what I would like to say to you guys is basically what Prince have said. Like,
Yeah.
just come in, be ready to study, be ready to learn the language. Because you guys know me, I always talk about that because I have seen the struggle. When I came into, I was like, at the initial stages, I was like, I'm not learning nothing. My English can take me through. But I realized in the second year that, girl, that ain't working. That ain't going to work. And then basically I had to force myself to learn the language. And I'm still learning. So all I'm going to say to you guys is take initiative to learn. Start learning from home. You're not going to be good, but then start learning. So when you come in, you can be able to integrate into the society. And then if you're looking for job opportunities, you have to be willing to what do the extra O to be able to get the kind of opportunity that you want. Okay, so you're gonna see us in. Okay, you're gonna see me.
It's
Okay,
fine. I'll be glad to have you guys again. So I mean, it is okay.
okay, guys. So if you want Prince and I to talk about anything else in any other video, you can kind of like leave it in the comment section,
Yeah.
and we're going to collaborate on another video very soon, depending on what you guys want. Thank you guys for listening to us, and then we're going to catch you in my next video. Bye.
Bye guys.